Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to speak about Insulin Plant. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, like, share and press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. Today I am going to tell you something about very important herbal plant. It is popularly called as Insulin Plant. So you can see the rhizomes of insulin. This is a very healthy insulin plant. So I've taken the rhizomes. So you can cut into several pieces and plants like this. You can divide the rhizome using a knife. So I'm using a knife and dividing the rhizome. So I have divided, and this becomes a very healthy rhizome for planting. Next, you can see how insulin plant looks like. Even from the stem, from each stem, there are different baby saplings coming out. So you can see. Okay. Now let me tell something about the history of this insulin plant. Insulin plant is native to Central and Southern America, and in later part only it came to India. So you can see a big plant here, and it is very popular in the southern India. Popularly they call it as insulin plant. In Hindi they call it as Kayukant. Now, what are its benefits? So that is very important before we grow. So benefit of this insulin plant is its leaves are full of insulin content. So these leaves, fresh leaves, contain insulin. It helps in lowering the blood glucose levels. So those who are suffering from type 1 and type 2 diabetes, if you consume one leaf from a healthy plant is good. Overconsumption also is not good. It contains palmitic acid. If you consume more, so it can increase the palmitic acid in your body. So you have to consume limited quantity. You can consume in two ways. So one is early morning you can eat one leaf from the plant, and second use is you can dry these leaves, and 1 spoon from the dried leaf powder you can consume during the day. You can make a decoction and consume. So these are the two ways in which insulin plant can be used. And the botanical name of this plant is Costus igneus. So in scientific world they call the plant as Costus igneus. And in that Costus family there are several different types of plants. If you see some plants outside, you will be confused whether it is a insulin plant. But from the taste of its leaves, you can find out whether it is insulin. And it flowers also. Even flowers can be consumed. They have the same taste as the leaf. So now let us come to the second part. If you are doing your terrace gardening, outdoor gardening, how to plant this particular insulin plant. So you can consume it if you are a diabetic patient of type 1 and type 2. So what I have done is, this is very simple. It's a perennial plant. It multiplies and grows into large number. So I have taken a pot for those who want to grow this in a terrace garden or outdoor garden. You can just place it somewhere in front of your house. This also comes in different varieties, and it's colorful also. It is some people call it a spiral plant. The plant shape is like spiral. You can see here how it is spiral shape, but I have cut the stem. So now how to plant? Now here I have used only soil mixture of garden soil. So I have brought here garden soil. You place some pebbles, so that the soil does not go out. I have made holes. You place some pebbles. So second part is I have used garden soil. I will transfer some garden soil. So I am transferring some garden soil to the pot. Just to show you, quickly transfer. As much as possible I transfer from one pot to the other. So I fill half the pot, more than half the pot I fill with the garden soil. Very fertile soil I have brought. So this is how I am transferring. Yeah, not enough, still I am pouring it inside. Very fertile soil. You can even see the earthworms moving inside the soil. It's very fertile. Yeah. Now the second is the remaining part I make sure that I fill with coco peat so that plants get some nutrition. You can add compost also, yeah, any other mixture, but make sure that water flows. If it is sticky, the rhizomes may rot, or some people call it as bulbs. So I am putting coco peat. Yeah. So I am putting coco peat and filling it. Yes. So almost ready. Coco peat is filled till the brim of the pot. Many people will do mulching on the top. Mulching is to look attractive, but what I am doing is just filling it till the brim. Yeah. Next step is you can cut all the roots so that fresh roots will develop. I am cutting all the roots. Yeah, I am taking one rhizome, I am dividing. Yeah. Let the previous growth, let it go. I am cutting it. Yeah. So this is now ready for planting. So this is one rhizome or bulb. It is ready. So what I do is I make a hole. Let it be some 2 feet deep or 1 inch deep. So I am making a hole. So don't keep it very deep inside. It may rot. So I am making a hole. Yeah, maybe 2 feet, and placing the entire rhizome inside and covering the roots. Yeah. So now it is ready. Yeah, ready. Within some 2-3 months, yeah, many young plants will develop. So you can also use a stem to develop the plant. So here you can see a lot of baby saplings. Take one baby sapling. Yeah. Now. And next what you have to do is, I am taking one more. Yes. Now you can just take this baby. So you can see I am focusing on the camera. Just put it on the top of the soil. Yeah. Next important thing is, yeah, you have to focus on watering it. This plant requires very good amount of water. So what I am trying to do is completely I put water on the top. Put as much as water possible, and the water should drain out. And you can place these plants near a tap where the water flows. Yeah, water should not contain, it should flow. It thrives in a place where always moisture and water is there. Yeah, so you can water continuously, but water should drain out. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe by pressing the bell icon. So thank you for watching this video. Continue to watch my channel. So thank you.